This video introduces the full range of assessment materials included in HighNote, as well as an overview of the HighNote testing approach. Since every student is different, it is essential that teachers use a range of formative and summative assessment strategies to monitor progress. Formative assessment typically takes place alongside learning. Tests are given in order to provide students with specific feedback on their strengths and development areas and inform them of how they can improve. Whereas summative assessment takes place at the end of a learning cycle and provides information on what each student has achieved. The HighNote tests can be used for summative or formative assessment, depending on the needs of the learner. The HighNote tests can be found in the Teachers' Resources section on the Pearson English portal, which is accessed via the code in the Teacher's Book. The tests are available as PDF versions as well as fully editable Word documents to allow for personalization where necessary. Audio files can also be found on the Pearson English portal. This video uses Level 2 as an example, however there may be some variation between levels. Level 2 of HighNote includes 1 placement test, 20 grammar quizzes, 10 vocabulary quizzes, 10 unit tests, 5 cumulative review tests, and 5 exam speaking tests. Each test comes in A and B versions. These are the same in terms of level and task types. However, except for the writing, the items are different. For listening, the A and B tests use the same audio, but they have different tasks. The A and B versions can be used in a number of ways. They can be given at the same time to different students to encourage students to work individually, or they can be used at different stages in the course for different purposes. For example, students can complete the A version tests collaboratively in order to revise, build confidence, and engage in peer teaching before completing the B version tests under more formal conditions. The B version tests can also be used for remedial work for students who need a bit more practice. Additional tests have also been specially adapted for learners with specific learning difficulties. These are labelled Test C. Whilst the language content and linguistic level is the same, these versions are more user-friendly for those with learning difficulties such as dyslexia. Since many teenagers are working towards end-of-school or external exams, the HighNote assessment package aims to provide regular opportunities for students to try exam-style tasks in a low-stake test environment. The placement test is designed to help the teacher to place students at the right level of the HighNote series. The test contains multiple-choice questions and takes 1 hour. Clear guidance on how to place students is provided. There are 20 A and B grammar quizzes, 1 for each grammar point in the student's book. These take around 10 to 15 minutes and can be used as a quick test at the end of a grammar lesson, for homework, as a review at the beginning of the next lesson, or later as a quick revision. There is 1 A and B version vocabulary quiz for every unit, focusing on the lexis introduced in vocabulary lessons. These take between 10 to 15 minutes and can be used in the same way as the grammar quizzes. The 10 unit tests assess the learning objectives from each unit and should be administered after students complete each unit review. There are 3 parts to each test: vocabulary, grammar and use of English, dictation, listening, communication and reading, and writing. Except for the writing test, which only has 1 version, all of these tests have both A and B versions. They can be given all in one go or split up depending on time and students' needs. The 5 cumulative review tests are designed to be used after every 2 units and test all the learning objectives from the units up to that point in the course. For example, Cumulative Test 1 focuses on Units 1 and 2, whereas Cumulative Test 2 focuses on Units 1 and 4, although the emphasis is on the most recent language. Each test has 3 parts: vocabulary, grammar, and use of English, all in both A and B versions. These can be assigned like the unit tests, according to time and needs. The 5 exam speaking tests are designed to be used after every 2 units and help students practice the different speaking tasks typically found in external exams. There are extensive teachers' notes with instructions on how to conduct these tests in class. Remember, not all the tests have to be given, and they don't have to be given under exam conditions. Tests should be used to meet the needs of the students. There are answer keys for every test. All writing and speaking tests have detailed grading scales to ensure students receive meaningful and consistent feedback. You should now be familiar with the High Note assessment approach and assessment package. To find out more about High Note, explore the course materials and watch the other videos in this series.